This conference will
Okay,
now be recorded.
that's something new. I just got a message saying that we are now recording. So welcome again. Thank you guys for being with us today. This is our Project Prevent April statewide meeting. I'm excited to still be able to connect with all of you. I see that we have lots of teachers, advisors, and students here. So again, thank you guys for being here. I just wanted to run through a couple of different things. Let's start with, if you can stand it, to talk a little bit about COVID-19 and see if I can get this to advance. There we go. I think there's a little bit of a lag in the slides, so I'll be patient. But you may all already be tired of hearing about this, but the one thing that I wanted to really highlight and talk about is the fact that this is a respiratory disease that attacks the respiratory system, and it is definitely something that we need to be aware of for those in our lives that are vaping and smoking. The Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids has put out a lot of great information on how important it is for those that are using tobacco products to stop at this time. They are vulnerable, some of the most vulnerable to fall seriously ill if they do contract the virus, because again, it does attack the respiratory system. It attacks the lungs. We have lots of evidence that there's the harmful impact of smoking on the lungs, but we are learning more and more about vaping and lung health as well. So both of those things are important. Here's a post that we'd shared a while back, a few days ago, but continue to encourage those that you know and that you love, if they are smoking or vaping, encourage them to stop. I've noticed just on my jogs through town here where I live, all of the parking lots are empty, all of the businesses are closed except for, you know, just a couple of places, and one is our tobacco superstore, and the drive-through window is full every time I go by. So it's just a true testament to how strong of an addiction tobacco products can be, because people are still finding a way to get those products, and that's been one business that I think has not been hurting during this time, which is unfortunate. So I'll mention, I want to show you some things later where we updated on our website, some helpful ways for people to quit. So we'll show you that. But I wanted to first start talking about some things that you guys can do to finish up some projects for the rest of the spring semester. Those of you that receive a mini grant from Project Prevent, you needed to complete at least 2 group projects by the end of the spring semester. And I know that lots of you had things planned that are now canceled, and that's goes for us as well. We won't be having the school days at the Travelers games. We've missed, you know, the Take Down Tobacco Day at the Capitol. I've had to cancel, of course, all of my school visits, and I know that you guys have had planned some great things and had to cancel those as well. So we've put together a list, Stephanie and I, of some activities that maybe you could do while social distancing. So the first one, if you wanted to organize like a chapter-wide trash pickup, but of course you guys wouldn't meet and do it together. You could all do it at the same time and just pick up trash in your neighborhood, including cigarette butts. There's a nationally used and recognized hashtag cigarette butts are litter. So I would love if you guys decided to do this, if you would take pictures, post them, use that hashtag, and of course tag us. I mentioned, of course, like reaching out to those that you know and love that smoke or vape during this time. That might be a good project to maybe challenge each person in the chapter to reach out to at least one other person that they know that smokes or vapes and talk to them about quitting and give them some of those resources that we have. I think that would be a great project that you could all do from home. Call them, text them, however you want to contact them. And again, the project would be just reaching out. If you could get, you know, if you had 10 students do this and they reached, you know, 10 of their friends, and you had one person that quit, that would still be a huge success. You could write an article for your local paper. Remember Emma from Calico Rock did that a little while back ago, and it was fantastic. But you guys could maybe include some information on the COVID-19 and the effects of smoking and vaping. And you could work together on that. That could be one individual student could do it, or you guys could do it as a group. And then I was talking to our chapter in Hoxie, and all of her chapter members are seniors, and they're graduating. And you guys may already know that I guess basically seniors are finished. So she was concerned about being able to finish any projects. So we came up with the idea of those current chapter members contacting some underclassmen and talking to them about joining Project Prevent, joining the chapter for next year. So that would also be a great activity that you guys could do and still be able to count that as a project that chapter members could do it individually from their home. I had a picture there of Lisa Academy doing their trash pickup last year. That was before social distancing. Let's see, what else? Stephanie came up with some good ideas for social media type activities. Again, that this could be done from home. You guys could create like a social media scavenger hunt with like people posting videos of like washing your hands, practicing good hygiene while social distancing, breathing in clean air, or whatever it is that you could think of. But we actually had one, it's posted on our story today. It's from Texarkana. So somebody's already doing this. So yay. We talked about maybe if you guys wanted to create your own materials like coloring sheets, crossword puzzles, and that type of thing, you could share them with your school district for now, or it could be something that you could work on to save for next school year. I have a picture here of one of our students from Oaklawn and Hot Springs where they created a game. It was like a matching game, and it was really great. It was a big hit at an event that they had done earlier. So that's just an example there. Coming up with a social media challenge. You know, people are doing the hashtag I stay home for whoever it is during COVID-19. So maybe a I stay nicotine free for, and then you post the person, their name, tag them, or post a picture of them, whether it's your grandparents or your dog or whatever. You guys could get together and create that type of challenge. And then maybe just ask Project Prevent members to take a selfie in their Project Prevent shirts while they're at home. So while they're working on their schoolwork or just lounging on the couch or whatever, they could do that as an activity also. Remember to tag us on all of these at Project Prevent AR, and we use hashtags Youth Led Fact Fed and hashtag Project Prevent. So that's just a handful of ideas, and I'm excited to see what else you guys come up with. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is just a screenshot of the report that's on the website now. So remember, you don't have to turn in that paper report anymore. All of your activities and your meetings and everything can be reported through the website. So this is the page that comes up when you do that. It's really, really simple. And from what I hear from most of you guys is that you like this a lot better, and I would imagine that you would. But this doesn't have to be completed by the advisor. A student can do this also. It just asks for the date, the name of your chapter, and this is important that you put the same name every time. That way when we do like run the reports, we'll have like your chapter name and all of your activities and meetings and everything will fall under that same name. Oh, on the type of chapter, so this has been a little bit confusing because we have a lot of different groups that are doing tobacco prevention and are part of Project Prevent. But if you are non-funded, this means that you don't receive any type of mini grant from Children's, from the health department. You just choose to do this, and you've started a chapter, and you're doing this basically on your own without any funding. So North Little Rock is a perfect example of that. They've been doing that this year without any funding. Of course, they'll be the first ones in line to be considered for funding next year because they've already, put in the work this year. So that's the non-funded groups. If you are funded, then that just means that you receive a mini grant directly from Children's. So that comes from Project Prevent. And I believe you should know who you are. If you are a SWAG team, you should also know who you are. That stands for Student Wellness Advocacy Groups, and you report directly to Shannon Burkett, and you receive a mini grant from the Department of Health. And then our sub-grantees are individuals like Tawana Manning, that's here today, that has some chapters that she works with, and she is funded through the Department of Health, similar to how Project Prevent is. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. When it says what type of activity you're reporting, this little drop-down box comes up, and it is pretty self-explanatory. I think the ones that you'll use most of the time is community event, or peer-to-peer education or youth presentation to adults. That's what most of your activities will be. But if you do something specific to, Kick Butts Day or Red Ribbon Week or My Reason to Ride or anything like that, then there's an option for that there. How many students attended altogether, your county, your zip code, was the media there, meaning like did someone interview you, did it end up in the newspaper, that type of thing. And then the last part is just to explain kind of what happened, what you did. If you hosted a booth at a festival and provided, did a survey or provided handouts, and just kind of a description of everything that you did there. Let me know if you have questions on any of that. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie for the next little bit. Hopefully won't run into any snags with the sound, but Stephanie's been working on our social media. Is more important now than ever to connect with you guys through social media because you're not coming to school every day. Stephanie, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. So yes, like Laura said, we've been like keeping up with the social media and we're still posting regularly. A few things, like we said, have changed as far as what we post. But like she said, now more than ever, we hope that you'll follow us and keep up with everything because we're trying to share lots of good information on there. And this is our main way of staying connected right now in times like this. So if you've noticed, if you've seen some of our stuff, still with the Trivia Tuesday and the Whoa Wait Vape posts on Wednesday, I've tried to make a lot of that information kind of pertain to what is going on right now. That way you guys can get good information just to know for yourselves, but also to share on your own social media pages or just to share with your friends, family, community. But I tried to keep a lot of this stuff to kind of show how vaping and smoking and all that kind of stuff relates to COVID-19. And there are also some really great resources out there too. If you guys wanted to find your own information to share, I've found a lot of great things on Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids and obviously the CDC. The Truth Initiative has some really great resources. But we just hope that you'll keep up with the social media and continue to share your posts. Like she said a little bit earlier, still tag us in things that you post. That way we can share it. Hopefully you'll go and look today. Texarkana submitted a video to us. They sent it in that a student had made. It super creative, super cute. And we shared that on our social media page on our Instagram story. That way you can see it. So continue to share stuff. Tag us in your posts. We'd love to share it. We want to stay connected. And like I said, we are still doing Trivia Tuesday. And I will still get your prizes out to you, to the winners. And so a lot of the information, like I said, has been around kind of how COVID-19 relates to smoking and vaping. And so a lot of you were pretty up to date on this information. A lot of you have tuned in and participated in Trivia Tuesday and done really well. So our winners for this month are, I think it's loading. Drum roll, please. So our winners are at Cotton Gym _42, at Christina _Tubbs _, and at rocks.an870. So congrats to you guys. Thanks for getting on and playing trivia. We hope that you'll keep getting on, continue to play as the in the following weeks. And for all of you that haven't won yet, you still have the chance to win, to get some cool prizes. So keep following us, keep playing, and stay up to date.
Great. And you're going to message them on Instagram, but if you guys know any of these students, you can let them know too. But Stephanie will send them a message and then get their mailing address, and she still sends out prizes for all of these winners too.
Yes, right after this, I'll share it on our Instagram story. And so if you're one of these winners, you can just send us a message and we will get your information and get you a prize.
All right. I'm trying to advance to the next slide. I know, I apologize, it does take just a second, but the other thing that I wanted to mention that I mentioned earlier, there it goes, our website, which hopefully most of you have visited, we are able to make real-time updates, which has been great. So we've added a few things here recently. And one thing that I can't believe that we didn't have to begin with, when I thought of it, I was so embarrassed that we didn't already have this. It was kind of in the resources tab, but we made a completely different page. When you go to resources now, there's Get Help Quitting. So this is really important. There's a little snapshot of it to the left. And this is important for you guys as you're talking to people that you know. It's like 1 in 4 high school students vape right now. So it's ridiculous. It's somewhere, you know, in some schools up to like 40–50%. So I know that you guys know kids that are doing this. And then of course, if there are people in your lives that dip or smoke or whatever, these are some resources that are that can help them. So that's handy there. You don't have to go hunting for it. Just go to the homepage. Those 5 little tabs at the top, go to resources, and then Get Help Quitting is part of that drop down. And then we also have been trying to add a lot more pictures too. And I just got some from Harrison Middle School that I need to add from Tawana. And then I've gotten some more too. So slowly but surely, we're adding more and more pictures to our chapters at work in the photo gallery. And the last ones that I was just able to put were from December, but it was when Ashdown did their Christmas parade, and their float was so cool. So there's some pictures there at the very bottom on the right from Ashdown at the Christmas parade. So we're trying to continue to do that. And then I also wanted to just quickly talk about my reason to write. You guys are familiar. We talk about it every time. I know it's just for grades 2nd through 8th. So if you're not in that grade level, please share it with siblings or cousins or anyone that you know that is in that age range. They just have to be in that grade range, and they have to be from Arkansas, and that's the only criteria. So this closes on April 10th, which is next Friday. We do not plan to push the date back any. So we are lower on entries than we've ever been before, but it's understandable because this is the weirdest school semester I think we've ever had. So we have somewhere around 500 entries so far, which is great. Last year we had over 1,200 though, so we're down quite a few from last year, but we want to continue to promote it. An email went out to all of the teachers on the ADE email list today, just reminding everyone. So remind your students, if you have any in that grade level, if you have any friends in that grade level, they just need to submit an essay, a poem, or song lyrics. And we give out great prizes. Again, it's like, it's laptops and tablets and Beats headphones and Nintendo Switches. So please help us promote that if you can. Let's see. World No Tobacco Day will be at the end of May. It's May 31st. And I know that you guys will not still be in school, but some of our chapters meet all throughout the year. We have several church youth groups, boys and girls clubs. We have just other, community youth groups that work all through the year. So you guys are welcome to do something even if school is out around World No Tobacco Day. But the theme this year is really exposing the tobacco industry's manipulative tactics to try to create a new generation of tobacco users. And that really is talking about how they have advertised vaping and e-cigarettes to you guys just within these last couple of years. So there's a lot more information on the World Health Organization's website, who.int, and there's some activity ideas and different things there too. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. And then few other resources, because we are in such a weird time right now. I wanted to just share the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance. This is the link, and I'll email this out to for food assistance. So while we have a lot of our schools are still continuing to provide breakfast and lunch and snacks and things to students, this is just one more resource. If you know of anyone who is in need of food at this time, that's a great way to connect. And then one of our favorite partners, the Center for Healing Hearts and Spirits, located in Little Rock. They have funding to cover, I think, like 12 counties, but they really are statewide. They don't turn anyone away, but they have all types of resources. Just about as far they can connect anyone to different types of resources, from anything from violence in the home or helping someone with their utility bills. I mean, they really are able to do so much. And I wanted to share their website with you guys there too. This is the time where everyone is staying home. So if you know of anyone that has any type of problems at home, I didn't really know what all to say, but if you would visit their website, I think it would really be useful for you to have and to share. And then to keep up with COVID-19, the Gov Status website, and then of course the Arkansas Department of Health's website updates this every day. We've been stopping every day and watching the governor's updates live. This is just absolutely such a weird time, so good resources to stay connected. And then just kind of to close, and I wanted to kind of spend the last little bit of today's meeting taking any questions that you guys might have and just anything you want to share. But I'll just remind you, oh, and here's me and Stephanie working from home. So these are our webcams. And of course, Remy is there with Stephanie. My Reason to Write, again, closes April 10th. We'll have one more statewide meeting May the 6th, and then World No Tobacco Day, like I mentioned, is May 31st. Here's our website and our social media handles, and then our information. Stephanie and I still are checking our voicemail regularly at our offices, even though we're home. So you can still reach us, leave us a message at those numbers if you need to reach us, and then we'll give you a call back. But I just wanted to open it up. I see a couple of you guys chatting, and if anybody has any questions or anything you want to comment on or add, I'd love to hear from you guys. Hey, Drew, good to hear from you. So you found a good resource to promote My Reason to Write. Okay, good. The dog is so cute. She's a mess. And if you guys have a microphone and want to unmute yourself, I'd love to hear your voices. Looks like no one's using their webcam today either. I don't blame you guys. I do appreciate all of you logging in. Hey, Miss Henry. Good. I'm glad your students are excited about social media ideas. We're trying to be really creative. So we want you guys to join in as much as possible. This is our best tool right now to reach out to everyone.
We love that they're excited about the social media ideas. Like we said, tag us in anything that y'all post, because we'd love to share it on our main Project Prevent page. That way everybody can see what you guys are doing.
Yes, definitely. Well, I thank you guys again. I'm glad to have all of you on the call today, and then thank you in the future to all of you who will be watching this. I will get it saved and posted it on our YouTube channel, and I'll email it out as well. As always, you guys can contact us by phone or email, and we will finish out this school year is the best that we possibly can. And again, we appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Have a great rest of the day. Happy April.